All right, guys, so I am back to talk about a fragrance that has had a lot of hype, it has had a lot of hate, and just a lot of controversy circling around this particular fragrance. And I think that this is going to be one of the most honest reviews that you're going to come across in the YouTube space on this particular fragrance. I honestly sat with this one for quite some time, and I did this one on purpose. And guys, I am talking about none other than SBoy by Soulja Boy. So I really want to get into depth on this one, and we're going to talk about this one through and through right after the intro. So if you guys do want to hear more about it, sit back, relax, chill, lock in, and we're going to get into it right after the intro. See you guys. Before we go ahead and get into today's review, let's go ahead and get a couple formalities out of the way. Allow me to properly introduce myself if this is your first time here. My name is Mills, and you guys are watching the Fragrantly Locked YouTube channel. So a big warm welcome, and thank you guys so much for stopping by. To all the returning family, thank you guys so much for locking in. You guys are truly appreciated. If you guys are here for the first time, or if you guys are returning family, please go ahead and do me a favor and go ahead and tell a friend to tell a friend. Guys, we are on the way to making some monumental things happen with this channel. So thank you guys first and foremost for being here, and thank you guys so much for just locking in with you guys. So I'm wondering on this one, if you guys would have received this particular bottle, the Soulja Boy juice, inside of a Parfums de Marly bottle, would you guys have kept the same energy? So to all of my people that have actually put their nose on this fragrance, do you think that if this bottle was actually in a Parfums de Marly bottle, would you have kept that same energy? And the reason why I pose this question is, if we take Soulja Boy, his fame, his celebrityism, I don't even know if that's the word, but if we take Soulja Boy for who he is and his controversy, and we put all of that to the side and we put it for a world-renowned perfume brand or fragrance brand, would you guys have felt the same way? Comment below. I'm really curious on your response to this question. But guys, I think I'm gonna keep the same energy for me in my initial review. I think that this one is a really good opening fragrance. My only problem where I really run into this one is on the performance aspect. And yes, I'm jumping into it super quick. The opening to me is very bright. It's sexy. I feel like you get really that bergamot citrus situation going on. You get the vanilla, you do get some jasmine involved, and also you do get some woody tone involved into it, which I personally love on this fragrance. My problem comes in the performance of this. The performance on this one, for you guys to have a price point of $225, even heck if you went down to $150, the performance on this one is just where my problem relies. And I feel like this is a fragrance that you're gonna have to reapply and reapply often, which honestly is something that I'm used to with a lot of citrus fragrances. But for this price point, I feel like I shouldn't have to reapply it as much. However, what I've been doing recently to actually combat the longevity, the projection, and the actual sillage of this fragrance is I've been really coming up with some really dope layering combinations. And one little secret, one thing that I've been layering it with is Lamar by Conjal. If you guys have not put your nose on this one, this is a really robust pineapple fragrance that is really dope. And I find when I put these two together, guys, I come up with a combination that really garners compliments. And like I said, this one in the opening is just super beautiful, but when you mix it with Conjal and the longevity that this has and the beautiful transition that Conjal has, I think that you come up with something super beautiful. And I think this standalone, I have gotten a lot of compliments on, but it's honestly been when I reapply this one, and probably within the first 30 minutes, because it does become a serious skin scent. And I don't know, I feel like, just as I mentioned before, I'm going to mention again, like just the price point, I feel like is where this rubs off me, and I think that is going to rub off a lot of other people too, is if you're paying full price for this one, you're going to expect something that has a little bit more standout and a lot more in a projection in the performance category. But I will have to say, and I do present this to a lot of you guys that are watching right now, is we have to keep that same energy when we come across fragrances, like if it's a Parfums de Marly Sadly, or if it's even heck Roja Parfums Oceana. If we come across fragrances like that at a high price point and we're not happy with the longevity of it, guys, we have to really speak out. And I think it's more so along the lines of, it's challenging perfumers, and it's challenging a lot of these fragrance brands to really come with their A game if they're going to be charging that kind of price in today's age. So what I think you'll find with this fragrance is it's not the worst fragrance in the world, and it is not the best fragrance in the world. I feel like it is a straight shooter if you guys are going to add this one to your collection, and I feel like it is a fragrance that is going to get you some compliments, just to be honest with you, but it is just not a fragrance that is going to provoke a lot of emotion. I feel like until you really start coming up with some really dope layering combinations, I feel like you could really even put MAXAROMA, Cedrat Boy Say along with this one. You could really put Kajal, Lamar by Kajal on this one, and I feel like you will have a lot more emotion involved in this one, to the point where you feel good about your day, or you're really coming up with something that is going to turn some heads. I think that until you layer it, then that's when the magic happens on this one. And I'm not saying any of this to bash the fragrance at all. When I came onto YouTube, when I decided to enter this space, I told myself that I would be an honest fragrance reviewer, guys. So that's exactly what I'm giving you, is just pure, straight out honesty. I think that this one, I'm keeping my same energy too, by the way. I think that this opening is really dope. I think it smells really, really good. And I think that the box and the bottle presentation is dope on this one, but I feel like it just needs just a tweak or two when it comes to this fragrance. And I think that A, they need to work on the transition. B, the longevity, the performance category in general needs to be worked on. And C, I would love to see more strength in regards to this fragrance. Like, I get it as a citrus, it's somewhat of an aromatic fragrance, but let's step it up a bit in the category of actually making people getting a bang for their buck. Also, one last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is one thing that I did not like, just in regards to things that I've seen on the internet in regards to this fragrance, is a lot of people were hyping this up to be some sort of creative vintage with Baccarat Rouge 540 mix in between, like some sort of hybrid, and it's nothing like that, guys. So I think if you take your thoughts outside of that, take your thoughts outside of it being Soulja Boy, and just try to enjoy the fragrance for what it is, I think you guys will have a little bit more pleasure involved in it. But I think that once again, they really need to kind of just make a few tweaks, and I think that this one will be, a really, really dope fragrance. But that is my honest, brutal opinion. I didn't want to go over the notes and all of that other stuff, because I feel like we went through a lot of that on the opening, the first impressions video. So yeah, there it is, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope I served you guys a good purpose and telling you my honest thoughts, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for today, guys. All right, peace.